Welcome everyone, Madman bringing another RSL video. So today is going to be a thought process moment. So what's going on here? Well, if we come over here to the Altar of Souls, and voila, a 6-star soul for Newt has appeared in the shop. Of course, 193 is not getting to 300, but 193 with the 29, that puts us closer. So I just need to come up with 78 more, and at 50 points a pop, that means I need 3,900 more points there to do it. Well, painful, but I have enough here in souls to get it. So now that we know we can get it, let's evaluate, should we or not? So first let's start. Alright, so Newt's pretty special there. So using Siege? No. Curse City? Some areas? Yes. So, reasonable there in Curse City. Doom Tower waves? Nope. But just about every one of the bosses. So, definitely solid for there. Clan bosses. Normal clan boss? No, he's not used. He is still currently used in my Brutal Hydra team. He's been slowly dropped down, but he's still used there, and he is, of course, a big part in my Chimera team, so he has definitely moved to almost the top of the line here. And then we back out, we evaluate the next area, arena, nope. Faction Wars, of course, he's a important part for the dwarves, but that's just one faction. As far as dungeons go, alright, not using Iron Twins nor any of the potions. I have Marius even on this free-to-play account, so he overrides as far as there. Same goes with Minotaurs, not being used in Ice Golem Peak, but Spider, and I've gone back to just farming stage 20 normal for the tournaments or whatever that are going on, because to me, I've got a fair good amount of gear, and the drop rates of mythical gear on the hard dungeons is not that great. And then, next RNG, do you even get something that's worthwhile rolling up in the first place? And then does it even roll up worthwhile? And I have yet to see a piece of mythical gear that's any better than a legendary right now. So why bother? Right? You just burn it through a lot of extra energy. So 20 is the best place to farm, points per energy wise, period, hands down. So I'm using him for speed runs and Spider. No on Dragon. Yes, I'm using him in the Fire Knight. Using him with, of course, Godseeker and food for Sand Devil there. And currently not, but I need to change this around to make it a little bit faster Shogun team. Now that I have Marius and Newt together, I can probably come up with something faster than this, even though it's not bad. It's right around a minute and run. So, a good fair amount of dungeons, not used in campaign farming at all. So where does that leave us? Well, that comes to the second part of the evaluation. So I'd say 40-50% of the time he's going to be in use, which is pretty good. Most champions 2, maybe 3 places. So is what it is. So now we come and let's look at my champion pool. Well, Mikage is a mythical. Not worried about her then. So we come down to Armands and Queen Eva. Only 2 6-stars. Go to the vault. No 6-star legendaries in the vault or the reserve vault. So those are the only 2 that are 6-star. Now, we got Lady Noelle. 6-star would be nice for her, but I don't think she would override Newt. Grazur, nope. Mad Hatter, I haven't even picked a blessing on him yet. Harima, close, but I wouldn't say that she overrides Newt. Saltus just happens to be up there because I pulled one and he was helping Speed Farm dragging, at least on hard, so he doesn't get to use that much anymore. Thor, that's a tough one because Thor's got all kinds of possibilities there. Right now, pretty much using Thor in Faction Wars though, and in Hydra, and that's about it. So it's kind of a crying shame, but of course Thor will get way more damage at 6-star, so that could be potentially one we would want to hold out for. Oella, no. Kreela, no. Loki still haven't picked up Blessing for, so I would say no on the 6-star. Sun Wukong is another interesting one. Uses in Hydra. He's actually pretty damn handy in Hydra. And then, of course, Arena. But beyond that, not, I'm not saying he's not usable in quite a few other places, but not quite as much as Newt. So I put him below Newt. Same with Thor. Not by much, but just a little bit below. Definitely not Harvest Jack going above. And that leaves Marius. So Marius, yes. If Marius stuff was available without a thought, boom, I'm going for it. The problem with Marius is only 4-star, so I got to pick up the 5-star and the 6-star. So I can either hold out and wait for Marius, or I can get the 6-star Newt. And, since I don't, with that 15 extra speed, maybe I can now bump up a little more damage, especially in Chimera. So, and then we run out of any other champions that are in the boat that Marius is in. So other than Marius, I would say Newt is the next priority on the list, but Newt's available now. Marius is not. So let's go ahead and we'll move over and do it. Looking at my roster, there's no reason not to go for it. But if we look at Soul Collection here, that's going to be fun. So let's scroll down here and we will go through it. Let's make this real easy to start with. We'll just max that out. Boom, we're at 222 and we're down to 15. And then we'll start from here when we got to get to at least 3,900. Now, let's remember that we need the big coins here. So anything less than 4-star is worthless. That just gives us the larger essence. Or the smaller essence, medium coin, whatever. Okay, so rares, don't need to worry about, but they're only 100 of the big essence each. Kaitis is interesting. Man, he can smack like a son of a gun, but basically the whole rest of your team is dead, so it's kind of one of those. He's the last man standing and the last hope, and you better do it in one shot. So I don't know about him. Artur, Snorting Thug, Sawai, none of them. Thylesia. And if we look real quick here, we'll jump back out of this real quick here, right? So she's still level 50. She's not even up to 50 yet here. Same with some of these. These are still 4-star. So you can see they're not getting built too much. He's just 2-star there. All right. So no one's really, I'm clamoring to do it. So where were we again here? These two, pick up that. Let's go for that. Same thing there. Now this one, even if it was a 4 or 5-star, I would probably keep, even though Krakkarth is, or Krakkarth or whatever, is about damn useless, but is the last Doom Tower epic that you get. And of course, it's not like you you couldn't pull another soul. So anyway, 3 stars not doing us any good in this scenario. Same with all these. Creodin is probably a hurtful one. Ethylene stings maybe a little bit, but I still haven't bothered to build them. Calf through. Now, the tough part is we're getting into the legendaries. Blind Seer. That would be nice, but she's not like a super priority to build. Same, Scatorsis could be different there, so let's leave that unchecked for right now. Gurgo at 4-star is pretty solid, useful. Cantra would be nice, but not necessarily useful. Candy has fallen off quite a bit. Vizier and Suzerain. And I could put Cupidus on there, and that puts me over the edge there. But at 6-star, he's probably hitting still fairly hard. Ursuga is nice, but 4-star definitely doesn't do as much good. Iron Brago has fallen off the block a whole lot, but if you look, what are we at? 33.96 to 33.21, so only worth 75 on these 4 stars. I could do Ginzin, so we'll have to see there. Tamesia, don't have her, I've never pulled her, and if I do, guess what? She's going straight into being a Marius +1. So, what do I need that for? Ragash. Nope. We'll put that on there for now. We'll have to adjust this some. Alsgore is a tough one. Vitreous might be worthwhile keeping. Uyghur. Who knows if I build them? Alsgore is pretty solid, but that's way overkill there. Uyghur, maybe. Or, Gretel. Which still leaves us, we got 15, right? So that would be just enough if we go that route. Now, Gretel's a big disappointment, so I don't even think I've taken her beyond the fact that she's a level 1 5-star. If I put in Alsgore, I could probably drop Ragash out, probably quite a bit of these 4 stars here. That would benefit being 4-star. Cantra probably. Vizier, not worried about too much. Ursuga could be kind of nice. I start Blind Seer. I wonder, of these 6 stars in here, it would probably be a toss-up between Cafu and Ethylene. Ethylene's kind of your nuker. Cafu would be for clan boss. So I don't know. Let's just uncheck one. Where we go? That leaves us a little shy. But what did I want on Ethylene? I don't know. Or would I get rid of like that and that? And Iron Brago. Even Tamesia. So if I go with that, would that be too bad? Like I said, I haven't built Gretel. I don't know. Giving away a 6-star is tough, but I give away a lot more of the other ones otherwise. I could give away Ginzin, but I'm kind of leaning towards that way. Unfortunately, I can't ask y'all's opinion. But as far as any of the epics go, Creatine, yeah, I want pull Creatine off the list. He's probably the only epic that I think would be worthwhile there. You know, maybe Silesia, but I still haven't built her to this day. And the other aspect I gotta remember is just free to play, right? You're limited. I don't get the luxury that I do on my main. I sure as heck don't get any kind of luxuries that, you know, the big boys have there that, oh yeah, you know, I can build out a +4 fully awakened best gear Pixneal because, well, it doesn't hurt. Nope. I gotta think of every little thing there. So I think we will go with that. And then I'll get rid of one 6-star legendary and minimizes the rest there. I could save her and get rid of some of the 4-stars. But there we go. I think we're going to go in on that decision there. So let's go ahead. We will sell. Those are now gone. Decision has been made. No backing down. Now we got the 78, so we have exactly 300 there. We come over and we go ahead and we purchase our split soul and we awaken our newt. And boom, he is fully awakened there. And that's going to be so helpful, especially on killing some of those bosses faster. But I will have to see now, oops, he's going to be up top here, what kind of build, you know, can I drop on 15 speed here? That's 22, so there was room to go get him faster there. So let's see what's got speed. That's not going to help. Not going to help too much. Crit rate and speed. Same thing there. So potentially a defensive chest. I could drop the speed and maybe get some more crit damage. Let's just do a quick look here. Chest, fitting room. Sadly, it's limited. Well, it's not limited to, but best in the perception to get a little accuracy there. Primary stats, defense percent, and that limousine 4. Not going to be helpful. Crit rate with speed and HP. Defense with a little more crit damage. Alright. Take just a 16. Just gonna have plenty of coin. We need to hit 6% crit rate. We did not. So we have some more thinking to do there. But you know, it doesn't have to be a huge drop. No, maybe just one of these ones, but won't necessarily be a change there. 24% crit rate is hard to recover from, and 0 crit rate crit damage. So I don't know if I have another set of gloves there. So I have to see about a weapon, possibly a helm. But anyway, I'll play around with this build, but there we go. There's my thought process as to why to go for the 6-star newt. You know, am I using them in how many places? And, you know, generally, okay, if you're into arena and he's just an arena champion, that's fine. If you're into that, I'm not really a super big fan of arena, so I don't know that I would quite go for an arena only champion just to make them 6-star like this versus someone who's more of an all-arounder. But you know, that's why you evaluate it to me, hey, he's using about half the places, so that's very, very helpful there. He's pretty much top of the priority list, with, like I said, the only exception is Marius being above him. Of course, Wukong and Thor being just right below him. So we pulled the trigger. We went for it. We had the resources. And there you go. Yeah, I gave up quite a few souls there, but am I using any of them? Well, one, I don't have the champs, but I don't think any of those champs that got lost souls today that I don't even have as of yet, or a few that I do, that I didn't bother to build up. So there you go. Hopefully that was insightful or helpful to you next time you run across one of these tough decisions. Have a nice day.